Welcome to the Be the Messenger, Your Message Better podcast show. Our guest today is a coach, a mentor, a speaker, a writer, and an author. Her life has been a roller coaster, but that only made her stronger and become the person she is today. She is a result-driven person, so you wouldn't regret working with her. She will surely deliver solutions to your needs. Let's do a warm welcome to Madeline Faiella, the CEO of Madeline Faiella Coaching. Welcome, Madeline.
Thank you. What an honor to be here, Vivian. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. So I know that you're a coach and a mentor. What is your personal story and your why behind your coaching business?
Well, I'll tell you, it's interesting. I was doing work on myself because I've always been interested in why people do things, and moreover, why did I do certain things? So on my journey to learn about me, I realized that all my life I've been the person that people go to. However, at one point I realized I needed to get a clear message if I wanted to help other people professionally. So my mess became my message. Confidence has gotten me through, and confidence is the umbrella of everything that I do, with clarity, courage, and commitment. So that really is what started me, my own personal journey and wanting to help others not go through the trials and tribulations that I did. If I can help them not hit the wall, we're good to go.
So would you say that is how you discover your mission or your why, or is there something else that makes you realize that mission? Like by what stage, like what time around your life that you realize this mission?
I realized this mission right now, probably about 6 or 7 years ago. And I've reinvented myself a couple times. So I thought about it and I said, let me debrief this. What is it that I did that I can share with others so that they can do the same thing if they find themselves in a situation where they either want to change, they want whatever it is they want to do. They want to go from point A to point B. We can't always do things on our own. And I was that person who thought, oh, I'll just do this myself. No, we always need someone. And so that's why I think the industry of self-development and coaching is so important. And I wished I would have had it when I was a child. So understanding all of that, I thought, you know what? This is it. This is what I'm going to do. And I just dove in, and I've helped so many people find that they really have gifts. They have stories to tell, and all stories are unique. Even if you heard 100 people say the same story, it's unique because it's coming from you.
Wow. Well, just talk a bit like, what is the turning point, like how your life being transformed? Like you're your coach yourself, you must be, there's a point where you transform your life. So how that is like the journey from you were in your mess, and then now you discover your mission, and then totally transform your life. So now you are becoming who you are, right?
That's such a good question, Vivian. That's a beautiful question. I don't know that I can actually pinpoint anything, but there have been a number of times in my life when I felt a shift going on. One of them being in the 8th grade, when one of the teachers that I had realized that I was a talented artist, and I was actually in detention. And so while I was in detention, he said, I'd like you, he used good psychology, he said, I would like you to do something for us, drawing, that we could put on the door for Christmas. And I still have it. I saved it. I did a snowman all in colors and everything. And that was one turning point for me. Then when I went out singing and I traveled the world, I was very confident on stage, but then there was a gap. There was a gap when I went into being on my own. My identity was the singer. My identity wasn't me. And the proof and the evidence of that is when I stopped singing after 23, 25 years, traveling globally, being in all these great places that I didn't have enough gratitude for, didn't know what I was doing. I went into a deep depression. 2 years. It was crazy. But then I picked myself up. I used certain techniques to do that. And I went back to university. But then I reinvented. And at university, I studied pre-law. And I became an executive paralegal. I did that for 18 years. But then it wasn't enough. About 3 months before the firms merged, I was thinking, there's got to be more. And that, I think, was the internal shift that happened that pushed me when I didn't even realize that my higher self was pushing me to do what I'm doing today. And in order to get to where I am, I went through working in art licensing. I went through another small depression. And then I realized so much about myself. And now I am learning every day. I want people to know that we don't stop. We don't stop learning. No matter what you say, it's original because it comes from you. I don't believe in cut and paste conversations, cut and paste thinking, cut and paste writing. I just believe that we are imperfect perfection. And when we make a mistake, it's part of who we are. And the big thing is there's no right or wrong. So how do you make a mistake? Unless I'm an architect building a building, I don't have to worry about that centimeter of an inch. I don't have to worry about what color lipstick I have on. I don't have to worry about what someone thinks about me. And I don't. And that was huge. And the other thing is that you have to love yourself, flaws and all. What makes us so amazing is that people's perception of us is so different from how we see ourselves. And all we need to do in order to be who we want to be is to let go of the past, be present, have a vision for the future, and accept whatever comes along. Respond, don't react, and learn to be flexible with an open mind. And always have someone. I have a coach. I always have a coach and a mentor, always. No matter how high on the ladder I may become, that's my own ladder. I don't compete. That's another thing I stress. I challenge myself. I'm not challenging anyone else. When I work with my clients, they all have a different idea for what their success is. So I always say, let's design your life so that you don't live it by default. To me, that's success. So those changes that I went through seriously shifted my thinking. And I worked hard, I have to say. It's simple, but it's not always easy. I don't want to paint a picture that is fluffy. I'm no BS, and I'm not going to say that it was easy, because it wasn't. You have to really want to be able to get yourself into a position where, okay, this may hurt sometimes. I'm going to have to deny dishonesty to myself. Don't make excuses for myself. And, we say authentic, but how many people really are authentic? There's like 85% of people on earth have no confidence. So that's 85% of people who are not being authentic. I'm not putting myself in one or the other category, because I group myself with other humans, because that's what I am, right? And I say that because I want people to understand that they can do what they set their mind out to do. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes totally sense. So, can you talk about more about how you help people to gain clarity, courage, and commitment through your program and through your one-on-one coaching?
Absolutely. So my way of coaching is more conversational. It's not like I throw up a bunch of slides, I really get deep. I get down and I allow the person to talk. Often people just want to be seen and heard, and it makes no difference. You could be a millionaire, you could be homeless, you could be whatever you are. Everyone has the same basic needs. So I approach my clients with a few questions, and I'll always ask them, what is it that they expect or want? What kind of results do they want from the program? So then I gear that side of the program to them so that each individual gets what they want. It's not cookie cutter. It's not cut and paste. I just don't believe in that. I'm not looking to just like, you come, I take your money, you go away. No, I really want to make a difference for you. I can't do the work, but I can sure guide you. I've invested tens and tens of thousands of dollars into myself to learn and to grow. And so that is how I teach people. I teach them from my experience, and I take from them, whoever they are, and I can feel their personality. I get to know who they are, how they like to learn, and it's really in harmony. So I teach in harmony. I coach, I mentor. I like to say more that I mentor, because I don't enjoy having a client get frustrated, because coaching is you ask a question and you allow the person to find an answer. And sometimes they can't find an answer. So when you mentor, you can give them suggestions, which leads to a deeper conversation. Oftentimes when I'm talking to people, a few minutes in, they'll start crying because I go for the truth immediately. I don't believe in waiting. I don't believe in couching words. If the ceiling caves in and we've still got a space to coach, I'm coaching. That's it. I believe that if you're going to take someone's hope into your hands, you really need to do it with care, with grace, and with respect. So I do that, and that is how I coach and mentor people, more mentor than coaching, because there's more hand holding. I like to make sure that people feel safe, that they understand that, this isn't fodder for gossip. This is your time to heal. This is your time to, maybe you want to learn a strategy. Maybe we need to get you on a marketing path. Maybe you're stuck and you don't know why. Maybe you're a big, strong man and you're making millions of dollars, and this happened to me. And someone said, I'm just so stuck in this personal area of my life. And so I want people to know it makes no difference. You have money, you don't have money. A human is a human. Remember always, the humans build robots. Robots will never build a soul.
Wow, that's amazing. That speaks to what kind of experience that we're working with you one-on-one when they enroll your program. And that's amazing experience that I want, people to have if I'm coaching people. That was like fantastic experience. So do you have a success case study that you can share with the audience?
Yes. I had a client, and we're still in touch. I mean, again, it's not like, okay, do it, go away. So she came to me, she was unhealthy, very overweight. She was running a couple of businesses, small businesses, and everything was imploding on her. She wasn't getting the support she needed from her family, and everything just became, like you said, a mess. Everything was a mess. So after working with me, her family, because she changed, her family changed. She now has lost over 100 pounds. And her 3 businesses at the time started making $250,000.
Wow.
Yeah, and where her family was in disarray and distant and, nothing was in harmony, not long into working with me, she was going off on a cruise with her family and things just happened. So now she took it upon herself to become a certified joy coach.
Oh my
So
God.
so that's one of my cases.
Wow, that's wonderful. So if you were to give free tips to our audience, what would you give it today?
Say that again.
If you have to give free tips to our audience, what would you share with the audience today?
Tips?
Yeah,
Okay.
free tips.
I love it. One of the most important things, and I have to give credit to my father because he used to always say to me, trust your gut. And I am going to say the same thing. Your intuition is where the truth lies. The second thing, so that you can hear and feel your intuition, you want to eliminate everything, every place, and every person that is toxic to your vision, your life, and your health. And the third thing is have fun with whatever you do because it keeps you healthy. Your intuition is louder. You are very quick to feel the people around you, and you don't have to hang around long before you know that you need to exit, and you age better.
Wow, that's awesome. So Madeline, it has been great to have you on our podcast. So how can people reach you if they want to?
So I am on Facebook, and if they go to my personal page, it's Madeline Faiella, Madeline, F as in Frank, Aiella. I also have a group on Facebook called Goal Focused Entrepreneurs, and I will give you my email. And if anyone wants to contact me because they heard me here with Vivian, you can email me with the capital letters in the subject that say Viv, V-I-V. So I know that you heard me on Vivian's show. My email is creativemindset@comcast.net.
Thank you, Madeline. Is the last word you want to say to your audience before we say bye to our audience?
Wow, this time has gone so quickly because, first of all, you're very gracious and I appreciate you. I feel such a good energy here. I hope that if I even help one person who's listening, then my job is done as a human for this moment. And also, if you'd like to get to know a little bit about me and how I think and if working with me would help, I do have a book that's on Amazon launching October 25th. May I share that with your audience?
Sure.
So the name of the book is Master the Power of Self-Confidence. 5 steps to inner growth, business, and prosperity, because we all want to make money too, right? So you can find that on Amazon, Master the Power of Your Self-Confidence, 5 steps to inner growth, business, and prosperity.
Well, once again, I want to thank you for being on the show. So guys and girls, if you're enjoying this episode, stay tuned for more episodes sending your way. Bye for now.